Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. In the last episode, back at the Hideaway, we looked around for anything from Sid that may be related to the Enterprise and the issues that Mid is having with some of the finalization of its design. And we found something hidden inside of the Orchestrion, which looks like it might be something that we want to use, so we need to go get that to Mid. But in the meantime, we have a whole bunch of side quests we need to take care of. A couple of them are unlocks, so we're working on that, and one of them involves Blackthorn and somebody, the chief of his old hometown, who he has some bad blood with, and we're trying to help sort that out. And as we came here to a not very welcome and the issue that they're having is because this is a smithing town and we've destroyed the mother crystals and they don't have crystals anymore and their bearers aren't sufficient. They don't know how to light their forges anymore, and so we need to show them how to do that. So we need to share with them the technological innovations that Sid had come up with that lets a hideaway function without using magic. So that's what we're working on. We need to get some materials. We need to slay a desert salamander. So that is where we are at. We have a few quests. We need to kill things for those quests. So we're going to go out and kill those things.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
So our target should be over here somewhere. Well, it appears to have been busy.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Looks like it's just a standard Wyvern type.
Nice try.
There we go. We got our salamander
I dare say
skin.
that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Alright, let's teleport ourselves or just fast travel back to Drevozd. And deliver what we need.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Some kind of new invention.
Alright, Blackthorn.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Sometime later.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier.
Change your tune.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
All right, so that'll be turned back in when we get back to the hideaway.
Hey, that's not Blackthorn, is it?
All right, so next objective. Man, we need to find that marble. Okay, so we have something there.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
I still hasn't progressed yet. Might be what one of these side quests is. Looks like it is. We'll get to it then.
I know you're all afraid, but now is not the time for...
Alright. It's only 200 yards away. Goblins. Alright, there's our mightlings.
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Ah, they won't be a problem.
Fire and flame!
Alright, that's taken care of.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Alright. We need to figure out where that Morbol is. I don't think I checked, or if I did, I don't remember where it was.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Ask about Morbol sightings? Rather than a fan of carrots, if every carrot of Rosaria is anything like the one we just got posted on the board, I can see why. Yeah, I've got a bunch in here, so I guess this is our Morbol. Carrot is its name. Red Comet. Come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds. Do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely. An exotic species of Morbol that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn in these times of privation to her advantage. Alright, so 3 reeds, marshes. Three reeds. Alright. How much would I bet it's over here? Whispering Waters.
Come on.
The blue glow over there, that's not great. Yeah, we went past it, but I want to check this out. Kashik.
Time to fight.
I don't think we need to fight these. Unless we have a specific quest to do so. We might. Because I think there's a quest out here in Martha's Rest, so that might be what we get sent to go do. So all right, there's Carrot. Let's deal with it.
Couldn't have been just any more guys. All right then. There's a good boy. Help me, boy.
I'll watch my HP. Alright, full unload. Not a bad bit of damage.
Nice try.
There we go. I was gonna try and dodge through that. Was not a good idea, it would seem. Almost got staggered again. There we go. There we go. All right, Morbol tendril and Morbol flower. Excellent.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
All right, back to the hideaway. Should probably knock out those other hunt targets as well. Just finish that all up.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
All right, let's deliver the Tears of Mercy first.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
There we go.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
A relation?
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless, until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
All right, that's done. So mentor, not a relative. All right, Blackthorns next. Let's see what you can get for us. Probably a bunch of stuff I'm gonna need drops from hunts to make.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Alright, pit coal cinders.
Pitcoal cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Alright, getting pretty close to another level up. Ouroboros design draft. Craft a belt to end all belts. Alright. So what do you need for it?
Trouble with your gear, or... something for you, dear?
Now, no weapons that we need. Ouroboros. Stone Tongue and Comet Feather and Orichalcum. Alright. The Sons of Ouroboros. Orichalcum, Stained Loincloth. I have the Morbol Flower. Alright. So yeah, we're going to have to go after hunts.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares?
We're probably going to want to make that, so we're going to do it. Alright, Nigel. We got the Morbol.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
Sometime later.
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. how they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this file as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
All right. Seems to have worked. Invigorated Morganbeard extract. Necessary for further increasing consumable potency. Consumable potency maximized. Right. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lion heart tonics last even longer. Excellent. Speaking of, we need to top back off.
Still alive, are you? Go on, then.
Alright.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Alright, so, those other quests. Balklad, Lost Wing, and Martha's Rest. Let's hit the Martha's Rest first. Alright, Martha, what's up?
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
Alright, so what's the plan?
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
All right. Wade.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
My thoughts exactly.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So, we'll head over to Eastpool, but we will work on that next episode. We'll go ahead and stop here for now. And we'll finish this one up and then check out the others and then do some hunts and see how far we get. But for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.